Definitely a team that's capable of that. They have some crazy firepower in this lineup, but it's Materis that is going to be silencing a few players with his pistol. It's a nice fake out towards middle. Bomb hasn't been spotted, and Nesson need to rotate back, but it might be too little too late. When Flatro wants to get up close and close the distance and close the door on Ujerks as well. Slams shut on his fingers, painfully.
Yeah, quite risky. They didn't even have a smoke for CT, but they're still able to cross, get the kill, and get GX into a comfortable position towards the coffins. He needs to be careful though. All three players going towards him. He's going to get double naded. This is so awkward for him. Still manages to do tons of damage though, and that's going to set a flat roll for a nice 1k. Synopsy peeks in for the second.
Ujerks still sees nothing for the moment.
Yeah, they're trying to bait out the reaction from the CTs, and the reaction they bait, Ujerks gets the first kill onto Regon, and now they're pressed back to go and commit to the A-bomb side, but there's just so many bodies here. Arrowsdose manages to get the first one, drops down safely, doubles up. Stories there as well. Materis.
You're at a man disadvantage as well, and it could be a two-man. Scenari needs to be the man to be the heavy hitter, making the way into the site. Story. First shot connects, and it is down to just Scenari. At least he does have the AK, he does have full health. It's been chipped away at, but Ujerks is extremely low. Molly behind the smoke to make sure that if he is going to push, he will be heard, but the problem is he's already gotten past. Scenari's dead here. No way he reads that. Ujerks had the...
For Ujerks to arrive. Materis is rotating as well, but they're not giving them time. They're just going to storm their way onto the bomb side. Roman and Ujerks managed to deliver two, and the CTs are just mowing them down. Ujerks with a great triple kill, supported lovely by the flashes, setting up the stage for a 1 versus 3 for Flatro if he wants the round.
Bomb planted. And the HE off the mark on Flatro. You try and isolate the fights here. Materis has already crossed. The CTs begin to get closer, and actually they're going to double up together. Flash eye over the site. They will line up, and Flatro comes away with one, but Materis stands just about on 23 HP, and Materis was the man that really had a... They are going to throw the execute and probably explore options up towards short. Regan is going to be taken down. Synopsy was meant to be holding that, but he didn't see him. Materis crosses, gets a double, but he is going to be taken down. And now panic stations for B&E. They need to get up onto the site and they need to find the kills. But Story could really stop it all, but it's a different story. This time B&E will take it. Roman tries to hightail it on. Scenery hears him coming from a mile away and just absolutely deletes him. Ujerks walks close. GXs that are going to be given to them as Ujerks denies entry. Rotation is still going in over towards that B site, but they need to double back. They need to go back to A. Arrowsdose is completely alone. Stalls it for a meantime. Well, great kill onto the bomb, but he was so low that the USP is more than enough for GX to take him out of the round. And you've got a 2v2 now. Try and save the day, so no kit is going to be a little bit of a problem.
Yeah, no U2 either. Hard to isolate the pit player.
Still finds the kill. Mary now cowering from behind the site, but Materis over the top of the box, sees down, shoots through it, and regains now that level status for Saw.
Talking about tempo.
That tempo was nice. It's a flash peek in towards middle, and definitely not what Materis wanted to see. Was 3 players on the screen, or if he did, he wanted to take at least one of them with him. Nothing of the likes though. Story stops and entering the first, great shot in the second, and actually positions himself maybe for a third. He's wayward, trying to survive, dropping the smoke and get out of there, but he's going to be covered by his teammate at least for the time being. Bomb recovered. GX
B's clear.
actually hit over towards B here. Regon doesn't realize, but nobody home.
Yep, and now they've heard the smoke. B&E don't realize it, why would they? But they have all the space in the world. They can work with it as they please, but they have to clear the bomb site. They don't believe. that they've been giving away a free bomb site like that, but apparently the presence towards middle was enough to fake out the full rotation, and now they've realized that they're going to get into comfortable positions. They have no util, so they need aggressive stances. They need to pick up early fights. So we're really taking their time.
Yeah. But GX is giving away at least his position, and both players are going to try and play off each other here. Regon is the full HP. Is he going to be cleared out? Yes, he is. Great retake from Saw. They take their time, but their time was needed. They want to fight for this. They do not like giving up frags for free. Double setup here needs to be undone completely. Smoke down. GX swings past. Oh, the double was on, but he doesn't get it. Refrag there. B is free once again.
For B&E. Missed out on the rhyme. Oh, that's a big nade from Materis, and he's out of there. And now the bomb's still gonna get planted. Everyone else is far away. They're still waiting because of those late lures, and Materis decides to go on his own. That's a big risk. And now he's made it a lot more doable. I know if he gets that kill, it's a big reward. But now, it's a really tough round to win. And oh, look at that. Because of the flash, Synopsy's been able to cross back towards New Box. Makes it so hard to clear away. Story has a Molotov, they have the smokes, but they decide to go and try and pick up the fight. Flatro needs a 1 versus 2. There's the first one, knows where the second one is coming from as well. He can just play the time, he can play it passively. Smoke on the bomb, Flatro's gonna time it perfectly, and Juan Flatro.
Range. The USBs are going to go for a peek down this banana area though, and it's just some glancing blows, some exchanges from both sides, but nothing really to be overly concerned about. But what one Flatro really needs to be concerned about is that there's so many T's going to be spilling out of the apartments onto his bomb site. He needs to catch them by surprise, and he did one, but wasn't able to connect on the head. The rotations are coming in. The cavalry is here to maybe try and save the day. Materis tried his best to stop them, but it's not going to happen. So many positions now that Saw could be, and they're wrapping around from behind. Regan is going to be pinched and cancelled out, and Scenari, no armor, has the kit, but surely has no chance. It's the save, has to be, but even at that, Ujerks is going to run him down. He doesn't want to let him get away.
Yeah, ooh, nice shot from Scenari. He's gonna try and at least maximize the casualties on the side of the T's. Nice follow-up, nice third. Okay, Scenario, you can't win the round, but you've won yourself some applause.
Still, B&E, look at the chances that they have here. They are going to be smoked off. Tries to get that smoke down. They're asking for a boost. It's going to be Regan put up. Scenario does claim one, but Story answers back. At least with a double. B bomb site now. So can get into good post plants maybe, but GXX is kind of cutting this site in half here, which is a little bit of a problem, as Saw can't really get comfortable, and B&E get closer. Might want to boost up that rifle again, and that's exactly what happens. One Flatro gets two, and it's down to just Aristotle. Now he can be smoked off, but he is going to be... B&E currently in the lead, and it is only a few pistols, an SMG and a rifle in the round for the T side, but it is the pistol, the Tech 9, to just overpower Regan this time around. Scenari comes round swinging, spraying, hoping for the best, but in turn, the worst reveals itself.
That was such an unpleasant surprise for B&E as well, right? That's such a sick play from Saw. B&E anticipated this one to be so much more noisy. They wanted to wait for the clips of the nades to deploy their util, but Saw just went in for the contact and used the nades after the fact. And now B&E needs to go for a really tough retake. They're hoping that Synopsy gets a kill or two. Flatro with one. Arrows those doesn't get the refrag. And actually, some kills are going in favor of the CTs right now. GX on the Digo needs to win that fight 100%. Loses it, and that makes it really hard for Synopsy. Tabs the bomb. He's actually going to try and stick it, but Arrows those is not buying it. What a reaction. Surely he doesn't have enough time. No way. It's going to be so close. Oh no. His teammates. He doesn't have any util. He's just got one flash.
He's got no smoke to drop and delay, and the fake is being sold. Now, he does have the element of surprise on the boxes to drop down. That flash isn't going to be perfect. Doesn't blind anybody, but maybe the back of himself. He does manage to land a dink and another kill. That's huge to get to with very limited resources. Roman dinked up now as well as B&E continue to apply the pressure, but it looks like he will just get that bomb down. However, Regan will take his breath away. And we're going to see another breathtaking clutch here from Aristotle. 1 versus 2, tries to spin on him and lands the head.
Boost spotted out. Gotta fall back, but it's too late already. Ujerks opens things up. He knows that scenario is there as well. He's gonna double up. Ujerks is on the terror.
Oh.
He's gonna pry open that B-bomb site as if he is the master of it. Finally, Flatro shuts him down.
Yeah, gets a little bit overconfident there. The blood was definitely pumping as he just sprints on through. And now Bad News Eagles have a chance. One Flatro has gifted that to them. An opportunity. This one, you feel, has to go. They're so close. If they want to attempt this retake, they need to win it. The money just isn't there anymore for the CT side. Synopsis going to be smoked off once again, and they might call it a day after that. Oh, players. No line of sight into the site just yet. One Flatro. Oh, 3 kills, but that's where he stops. The dink is good, but the util, once again, just being haircut. I wonder now, are his barbering day is over? And absolutely not. He's giving them away for free at the minute. Synopsy peeking up. He claims a double up for himself. Smoke delays for now, and a molly towards the apartments. But he needs his teammates to get on over here. He needs the help of Regon and Ceneri, but Ceneri falls short, and so does Regon. They know exactly where he is, and the B-bomb site completely open, and this one surely done. The steps have been heard, and Roman puts a bullet through Synopsy's ears. 16.
3 players towards that middle area of the map for Bad News Eagles, but Arosdos is waiting in here with the Julies, looking hungry.
Tries to chow down
No
a few
way.
players, and he does get to. How is my question to that one, but I guess we'll never know. B&E needed to deal with him a little bit earlier than they did, and now they might pay the ultimate price, the iron price. GX exploring options towards middle, wants to maybe just try and find a kill to make this one a little bit easier, but it's quite the predicament that they do find themselves in, with 55 seconds left to play around with, but Saw in complete control right now.
Yeah, they want to double peek him as well. GXX, though, with a nice pickup onto Story. Materis, still towards Guardian, didn't want to challenge as well, didn't want to leave the B-bomb side. Taking a look at the 1x bet odds, heavily favoring Saw to take this one home in a 2-0 fashion and eliminate B&E from the competition. You still have to win 16 more rounds in order to do that, and you have to get past Mutiris. He's been forced out of position. Ujerks, nice shot, goes in for another, smoke it. He's still tapping away, still tagging him down. Mutiris needs to focus on staying alive. GXX is really low. This is the fight that he doesn't really want to take. He's been able to escape for now. He should be on a timer, but still manages to win that fight. This is massive from him. Finally, Roman takes him down, but that's going to set up scenario for a 1 versus 2.
He's got across, he's got towards the stairs, bomb is planted for him, and there's no kit right now for the CTs. Bomb is going to be tapped, but Ceneri doesn't know that, doesn't realise there's nobody off it. 2 players on his screen, but now he realises that they were looking for the kill, and they will find it. So, CT pistol falls in there.
Because if you get away with a bomb plant in the previous round and you do some decent damage, you could reset them. But now you're just essentially relying on hitting the shots. Again, you don't have a lot of util, and Stories just picked up a double. They had no idea he was inside of that bottom yellow smoke. Finesses both of them, and just like that, Ceneri and Flatro are left in a 2 versus 4. Completely separated. Arosdochi realizing he shouldn't be giving away any chances whatsoever, so he's going to fall back and play safely from the back of white. Now he spotted Ceneri.
Well, this is so awkward for him. He has a little bit of support here in Mutiris, but the support cut short. Still manages to get 1 kill, but he was dead anyway. On arrival towards middle. 40 seconds for B&E to try and gather some control, and Ujerks at least has his teammate covered, but he's out of ammo, has to go forward with the pistol. Still outputting a lot of damage, but he's just being an absolute nuisance. He's popping up here, there, and everywhere, but he'll pop up absolutely nowhere after Ceneri has his say. But that might just be the final word in the round. With 20 seconds left, there's not a lot of time, and B&E now can make absolutely no secrets about their intentions. And regardless, Saw have everybody on hand to defend.
Molly failed.
Big problem. As soon as that bomb is going to be tapped, surely the swing will come true for Saw. But they actually waited out. They let that bomb go down, and they give chances, but chances gone by the wayside, snatched away by Aris.
Yeah.
Of course, at majors, they're so difficult to deal with. Aristotle now handed his second death, and Mutiris yet to find a kill on Vertigo. As B&E, they find themselves with a lot of control of this B bomb site. The util raining on in makes it impossible for Story to tell what is going on, where the players are, and GX has cut off 2 rotations. It's down to just the Opper. Can he rewrite this story in his own favour? And he's doing a very good job. Rush strokes with the AWP. He knows there's a player
anticipating
close.
Regan to be up close, yeah.
Yeah. Knows that surely peak will come in.
Yeah, forces Regan to take the fight.
Yeah. Now they back away. They're happy enough to give up this site for now. Even if they are smoked off, they won't be overly worried about it. The problem is that they don't have any flashes to get through the smoke. They'll let this bomb plant down for free. And Roman has fallen as well.
Yeah, that was really risky from Roman. He thought he had a one-way because of the smoke, but the Oper was already holding. It's still 3 versus 3. Not a lot of util though. Only 1 smoke for the retake for the CTs. They need to get that kill into Flatro. He's in no man's land. He needs to go down. And still able to pick up a kill. This is massive. Scenari on a good off bango. He's been spotted as well. Needs to win it. And he does. They just win every single fight. Scenari's low on HP, but for what you can do from now on the T side. Just want to make sure you keep it up. Fortunately for Regan, he's going to get taken down. Once again, U-Jerks aggressive towards yellow. He's been doing that a whole lot, but Flatro with a good response towards the B bomb side gets an opening, but Mutiris actually shuts down 2 somewhere on the map, and it was towards middle and B.
That's insane. What a time to register your first 2 kills when Bad News Eagles are really building up some kind of momentum, and you're 0-6 going into this round, and you just stop to slow it down massively and put Bad News Eagles in quite a dangerous situation. And Matiris, he wants more. He wants to continue to pick up the slack. Sees a head down, but is he going to be able to drop Synopsy? The answer is no. How about that for a double? Spinning on a dime, and maybe it is Bad News Eagles' time to shine. U-Jerks.
Oh, this is so smart from him. He knows they're waiting, but he doesn't realize the Ob hat is high side on him. And now it's Story in the 1v2. He hasn't been spotted yet, though, and he has the cross towards the side with the Ob. GXX doesn't react in time. First one is Story's. Let me tell you a story about a clutch. But was it a successful one or a sad one? He knows it's just a tab. He knows that Synopsy is trying to toy with him. He taps it a second time. It's going to be the stick this time around. There's the confirmation. Story still afraid. The smoke makes it extremely awkward. He's heard the jump. He knows that Synopsy's on top. He's looking for him. Story nails him on top of the box. And finally might help him out to catch the perfect timing here. He's starting to move closely. They still know there is a possibility, but if he catches the perfect timing, he's gonna catch them off guard. They were still holding for it. He's gonna get 1. He gets a 2nd. No 3rd. But Scenari, he was just holding for that play up until 5 seconds ago. He was looking towards his back, but he still has the bomb on his back. And look at Flatro. He's gonna lock in the rotations.
How do you read this? How do you read where he is? Surely you have a rough idea. And Story is just being so cautious. They're all being so cautious. I don't think while Flatro...
steps.
I think he's going to be cleared here. 100%.
Yeah,
They're going to look for him. They know he's close. Roman finds the headshot when Flatro thought he had it all and instead comes away with nothing. But Scenari is going to try and make sure that Bad News Eagles come away with at least something. It's a 1 versus 3 though. Gets himself towards the stairs position. Feels a lot safer because he clears his flank. The bomb is down. Now he's been spotted. The op misses the shot. Muteris walks close. Scenari stops him. Smoke. Pixel separates the 2, and U-Jerks will separate them now with bullets. Yeah, and he gets away as well with a lot of his health intact, and even goes back for a little bit more. But Regan has found at least a double in the meantime, and a lot of space gathered. A perfect flash, but U-Jerks, he can't get the reload off. Mutiris swings wide, and Regan has 4 kills, and Bad News Eagles might get 5 off the back of it.
Yeah, misread the timing a little bit. Thought he was too quick. Thought they wouldn't be out that much. 4 kills for Regan so far, and I think that's definitely a second time he finds a double. I think the 4th time he gets a kill like that.
3rd or 4th for sure. Story actually beats that Molotov, but he's been heard. GX is just holding and scoped in. That's no problem for Bad News Eagles. They'll smoke deep as well, so lots of control. Lurk smoke for Matiris maybe to maneuver around himself. And Aristos There's going to be no saving for them this time around. They have to go for it. Last round of the half. GX scoped in, looking for the lower peak in CT, but he's off the mark. It's wayward, and that allows a little bit of space, but GX makes up for that missed shot, missed opportunity. Materis tries to isolate some fights, knows the Opera is probably holding him as he collects one. The flash over. Materis needs to try and get on this bomb, but with
Not alone, but he's got one teammate, but both of them trapped behind the smokes as the rotations come in.
the first blow landed. The Bad News Eagles, not a knockout punch just yet. They need to continue with the flashes onto the side. They line up for Aristos, but he only comes away with one, and it's the Julies that continue to output the damage, and the retake is very good for Bad News Eagles. They will take the CT pistol, and once again, just like on Inferno, the pistol is going to be traded out.
Needs to take care of the players boosting up, but he's been dealt with. Scenari in a really bothersome position, manages to find one, needs more, refract through the smoke.
He does well to even find one in that scenario. He should have been dead before that one even came into fruition, but now GXX has walked his way in with the scout, drops Roman, but spam back through the smoke. Mach 10 of all weapons to drop him. And with Regon now panicking just that little bit, really.
Been able to rotate enough people back to be competitive enough. This is going to be a tough round to win for the Tees.
Yeah, a little bit easier with Story finding that kill. Synopsy does a lot of damage, and Juan Flatro will just finish the job, but his round is over. Aristotle seals to it. Now, I'm only tapped. And with 14 seconds, they are just running out of time. Materius needs to stick this. Aristos needs to actually just hold. They're waiting for the push. They know they're going to get aggressive. Materius finds that kill. Bomb tapped. Finds the headshot. No time. He needs to look for the kill. And GX just hides, cowers in the corner.
Slowed him down. No one's heading towards me, and this is a great call, but with the time running low, they're gonna fall back. They're gonna start rotating away, but it's the perfect call. Scenari drops the first one, and now they have it confirmed. They know exactly what's going on. Scenari with the second, and it feels like Bad News Eagles should be able to finally convert it. It's just Roman left, but he spotted the gun barrel. There's two more towards Gab, though. Hope included. Good reaction. Body made it hard to see. GX misses the second. They're not going to be ready for a flat throw, though. This is a good position. He might have more than one kill.
The op collected, though, makes things difficult, but now they know exactly where Juan Flatro is. He deploys the smoke, so he can actually fade away behind it, behind default, and that is going to worry Saw completely. Creates a lot of space for Flatro to work around and play around, and he's done playing. The time scenario didn't even do any damage there. Mollies are going to go in, realizing he can't be at the bottom of the stairs. He has to be somewhere on it, and if the T's want it, they can peek, but they're peeking right into an op. Urjax finds that kill when Flatro has been heard with the scope, and at least keeps it in a 3 versus 3. But still, we only have Regon on a Deagle. Synopsy with a FAMAS, definitely not the weapon of choice, and look at Roman up on top of the sandbags. The FAMAS is out of the round. It's down to the op. It's down to the Deagle. Regon needs to close the distance here. The flash nearly cost Materius' life. This round, it's not going to be great if they lose this once again. And they started heavy towards A. Scenario wants to get close. He burns in the Molotov. He's ticked. Gave away an audio cue. Synopsy needs to get his gun up and does. But look at Materius. He's already over, but they realise it. They know Juan Flatro so ready for that peak, and Bad News Eagles might have just bailed them out, themselves out of a very, very sticky situation.
Yeah, and you can see what's all we're going for, right? They wanted to press charges. They wanted to go as quickly as possible, just cause a lot of havoc around the map, catch them off guard. Didn't work out, and now Story's going to peek into the MVP of GX. No problems. Didn't even zoom in. Didn't want to give away his position. Nice shot from Roman. Finds one. Synopsy has to be careful. Oh no. Surely not in a 2v5, right? They actually have the bomb site. Roman's gonna get tagged down by the nade, but he's still risking it. Roman might have a 1 versus 1 if he wins that. That would have been so dangerous. Arizos realizes that scenario when they went deeper, and they're gonna try it once again. Deep smoke towards the right side of elevator. GXX misses the first one. Needs to be really careful now. Synopsy's in a good position to support, but it's just the 1-for-1. Good refrag from Roman. They're still trying to push towards the B-bomb side, though. Ope is out of the equation. Snary's all alone, and he's surrounded from both sides. Nothing he can do about it. Flatro and Regon, you're looking for something, but the best rational decision would be to just hold on to what you already have.
Something is better than nothing, and Juan Flatro receives the latter after being spammed through the smoke. Regan has to hope and pray that nobody's going to push you down, but because the economy is so low on the side of Saw, you cannot risk sending any players to try and take this rifle away. You just have to make an educated guess that he's on an M4 and realize that you might be up against it in the next round, unless this timing is going to be painful for Regan. And
if he goes down here, this is
a disaster.
heartbreaking.
They're going to find him. They're going to find him.
He's dead. He's gonna go for a flash. He's gonna try and go for an opening pick. Are they ready for it? There's the flash. There goes peek. Smoke still in. Roman boosted on top of the smoke, manages to take him down. Opening kill. And look at Ujerks once again. Synopsis just not ready. He's so close. The flash makes it awkward, but Ujerks takes him down. And it's just lateral left towards that A-bomb site. He needs to win that fight. He needs to deliver to save Bad News Eagles his life into the tournament, and he can't deliver. He can't deal with him. Roman with a refrag. Scenario tries to fight back, but it's just him left all alone against the world in a 1 versus 3 to keep them alive. But surely this is how it ends, Jack.
Surely this, sadly, is the end of the Eagles, Ted. Arsdos in a great position. Mutiris looking towards middle as soon as Scenario walks out. Surely he just goes down and the Eagles' wings have been sawed off, cut